Hello everybody, GL1 here. Welcome to my online toy museum. And today I'm here with my friend Gordo, and we're going to talk about his purchase of the Transformers Party Wallop for the Ninja Turtles. And he's a big Ninja Turtles fan. I'm sort of medium on it, although I do have some Ninja Turtle things that are new that are coming up. But this is more his thing. And he went and got this, and I'm going to have him talk about his feelings on this toy. So, all right, come on, have a seat. And the first thing I want to ask you is, why did you buy this?
I bought it because I'm a big Transformer fan and a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan, and I thought it was a great mashup. So I pre-ordered it, and it came in very, very quickly, a lot quicker than I expected. And basically, I was couldn't wait to break it open and get it all together and see how it all. You could get all four figures into this vehicle,
Mm-hmm.
out of this vehicle, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. And you used to keep pretty much all your figures wrapped up, and boxed up and
Yeah.
everything. And what changed?
Obviously, your influence is great. I was like, you know what? Let's. This is probably one of the first ones that I've opened, and I was like, all right, well, let's go. I think it arrived in action figure form, and I was really trying to get it to turn into the bus because it was the bus that actually really
Oh,
I was interested in.
uh-huh.
It looked pretty cool, and I remember the first night I was like, okay, well, let me go ahead and try to get this into the bus, and then I was like, wait a minute, I feel like I am going to break this. So I was like, after about maybe 30 minutes of fidgeting with it, I was like, all right, well, let me give it a rest. It's late. Let me try again tomorrow, a little more fresh, level headed. And the second night, it got me again.
Now, do you feel like you were going to break it because you were getting angry with it, or just because you're big, it's little, and you just like have, just worry you're going to just try something too hard?
That's it. I thought I was gonna try something a little too hard, and I was gonna
Mhm.
go past the point of no return and
Yeah,
break it where it wouldn't be, repairable,
yeah,
or break it at a point where, it's at one of the edges or seams or something that I just wouldn't be able to put back,
yeah.
and that was so frustrating.
I do feel like, uh, it feels sturdy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Actually, I would say it is a sturdy plastic. It's not cheap or anything like that. It's that light uh, plastic that they came out with the Transformers for the second movie, as I've discussed before. The first Transformers movie in 2007 was still using like the toy plastic. It was very heavy plastic, shiny, heavy. And then they came out with a duller plastic that was lighter and also more flexible, though, so pieces won't break actually. But I can see why you would feel like that. And a lot of times things are made to come off if you force them, actually. Um, so, but as I understand it, you did not transform this.
I was completely unsuccessful, and I said, all right, there's no way I can go back at this again.
Yeah.
I was like, let me see if my most patient, amazing daughter, who's 22, let me see if I can trust her with, getting this from robot form to bus form.
It is
Uh,
$50, so if you break it, then you can get another one.
yeah,
Not
yeah,
that it's cheap,
yeah.
but
And I was like, all right, well, let me see if I can get her to do it. So, I was like, hey, listen, do you think you can get this into bus form for me? And she was like, yeah, okay. So for about maybe half an hour, we're in the same room in the living room, and
uh-huh.
she's fidgeting with it. And as time goes on, I realize, oh, wait a minute, she's not here anymore. So I go upstairs, and she's in the office.
Uh,
And I open the doors to the office, and she's like, get away from me right now. I do not want to see your face. And I was like, what's going on? Are you okay? She was like, no. She was like, stop. She was like, you need to leave. And I was like, okay, I was like, so it's giving her a hard time
that
as
does
well.
sound like her.
Yeah, yeah. And I was like, all right, so it's not just me, I was like, it is a little more difficult to get it to
It's kind
transform.
of advanced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And
Mm.
I was like, okay, so the next morning, forgot all about it. Next morning, I get up, getting coffee, and I see that it's made
Uh-huh.
right on the desk.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh man, this is actually really cool. It's
With
a
a
really
note,
cool.
no.
Yeah.
With a terse note.
Yeah, exactly. With the ransom note. And I was like, man, actually, I think it's actually a really cool piece.
Mm.
The detail on it is fantastic. Like I said, I love it that it has so many accessories. It has all the weapons for each of the four guys. Um,
Yeah, so what you do is, and if you look at the instructions here, so you make it into one of the turtles, and then the face changes based on you just change. What is this though? Is this the
yeah,
head?
just
Is it just the head cap,
yeah,
right?
just the cap.
Yeah, just the cap on the head. So you can go through and change it from one turtle to another, and then each turtle has their signature weapon. Right, so they got, let's see, the swords belong to which one? It tells you actually here. They have their
Leonardo
names.
there.
So yeah, and then the shurikens, right, and then
Yep.
yeah, and
Gotta
that
go
goes
for Raphael.
Raphael. All right, and then these are great. I love the nunchucks where they actually have like a real plastic chain. So, because sometimes it's like a molded nunchuck and it just doesn't, it's always kind of like not really in a real position.
So fantastic
So that's cool.
detail. They did a great
Yeah.
job on that.
And then the last one, the staff, right?
Mm-hmm.
The folding staff. And then who's that go to?
I believe that goes to Donatello.
Okay. All right. Okay. So yeah. Oh, and even the shuriken, I think, is that a little silver paint on it actually? On the blade, it looks like. Is that right, or is that just No, maybe it's just shiny.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just shiny. All right. Yeah. So I have the van as a Mega Blocks system. I think it was right before they changed to Mega Constructs. I'm not sure, but one way or the other, it's Mega. And if you check in my playlist, I think I have a Ninja Turtle playlist, and I already did a show on that, and it's super detailed. It's fantastic, and all the little turtles, and I have more than one of each one because they came out more than once with different accessories. And they have like rubber parts and everything, but they're like Lego size, but they're real action figures with legs and knees and elbows and wrists that turn, and the head moves all around and everything, and just the truck shoots things and everything. It's really highly detailed. So now, is there a place to store any of these weapons on the truck?
I kind of feel like maybe there might be like some slots for it, but I haven't used it. I just kind of like really looking at it like this.
Yeah.
Like I said, I really like the way they painted out the details, door handles, tail lights.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a nice piece. I love having that displayed. Actually, the way it is.
You know what?
as
There
plush
is.
form.
Yeah, I think if you look on this part of the instructions here,
you can mount them.
you can mount everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the things that's always frustrating. I suggested and you acted upon that. You buy the toys now and they have all these accessories, and you buy an action figure, and instead of the 2003 to 2006 Marvel toys that they all had hands that actually move, that maybe a thumb and the hands, now it's just pull the hand off and put another hand on, which is simpler to manufacture, less expensive, but now you have to have a place to store your hands so you don't lose them. And you always got to keep in mind, like, okay, this time I want to have like one punch and one hand out like this, and it's like, no, now I want to have them both punching. Whereas you used to just be able to make fists and open their hand. I like that better, but that's not the way it is. So you have to buy like a toolbox, yeah, sure, go ahead and show. This is something that's I think a really good item for anybody into collecting toys. to get.
I completely agree. I thought
Yeah.
it was a brilliant move. I definitely took your advice, and the one thing that stuck out with me when you were talking about it was, well, how do you know what goes with what? So putting a piece of either the instructions
Yeah.
or a piece of the box.
Yeah, I cut the
in the
piece of the
slot.
box right with the name. Yeah.
I think that helps out so much, and it
Yeah.
helps me keep organized, and I don't have to worry about losing these accessories.
Yeah. Yeah. So is it going to stay? You think as?
Oh, it's definitely staying as the bus.
It's staying as the bus.
I think there'll be a mutiny. I think, yeah.
I'm gonna have to transform it. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm not gonna do it now, but I'm gonna have to transform it for you, and I'll put it back as the bus.
That'd be great.
But all right, I will transform it, and I have, like I said, I have some new Masters of the Universe He-Man toys. Masters of the Universe Turtles things that I'm going to show on a show soon. Maybe I can time it to where I get this transformed and show that, or at least in the near future. Yeah. So anyway, well, thank you, Gordo. Thanks for purchasing this just so I can do a show on it. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. And like I said, don't be afraid to buy it.
Oh, I definitely would buy it.
Just because this guy can't handle it.
Yeah.
Maybe I can give some tips. When I transform it, I can give some tips if you're, worried about it. Yeah, you can see how you can store probably, a couple of weapons. Maybe the shurikens store on the back there. But anyway, all right. Well, thanks for watching, and you all take care. All right.